Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm actually really excited for this deck profile because I've not done like an OG deck profile for a while. Red Eyes is actually my favourite, so I should probably do more Red Eyes profiles. But I've actually lent my Lubellions out to one person from locals, so I don't actually have them, so you can't really play a dragon deck without Lubellions anymore, so or not well at least. So yeah, without further ado guys, we're going to get into this. Also, let me know what your favourite artwork of Dark Magician is. Mine has got to be this. I absolutely love this one. I just think it's really, really nice. It's definitely my favourite one. I would like to see like the Arcana version, like the red Dark Magician, but this artwork, I think that would look fantastic. But without further ado, let's get into it. Obviously, we are showing on the Sleeve Chief mat. Cartesia is actually a big influence in this deck, so I just felt like it was justified. And so guys, just before we do get into like the card list, I will say that I got this, like the inspiration for this deck from yugioh. I'll put a link to his channel in the description down below, and also I'll try to put a picture of the video that he got actual first place in a winner box, something for June. So fair play to him doing it with Dark Magician. I changed a few things around, some stuff I kept the same. But I tried it out and it was absolutely fantastic. It was really, really fun, and I just wanted to show you guys it from on my channel, and that it still is pretty good. You don't just have one person's opinion. I've tested it, I've tried it, and yeah, it was actually really, really fun, and it's nice to play like old decks competitively. So so the first sort of changes, I played 2 Dark Magicians. He only played the 1, but I just liked having the 2. Because it comes up sometimes if you open like Dark Magician and Fallen of Albaz in your hand, and you have a way to get to Cartesia, you can hard make Dragoon with obviously Albaz and Dark Magician, which is really, really funny. So that is obviously the reason why. We play 1 Dark Magician Girl, just for draw power really, because when these are both in the graveyard, then Soul Servant, obviously it allows you to draw 2 cards. Only 2 Magician's Rod. I did try the 3, but I kind of agree with yugioh, and yeah, you just don't. It's just not the best normal summon, and because you're only playing like a Dark Magician engine almost, it's not like a necessity to see it. So I'll move those up there like that. Then of course, 3 Magician Souls. This is probably the best Dark Magician card there is, so 3 of those is pretty good. It's really good for like draw power and stuff like that, so yeah, 3 of those. Only 2 Illusion of Chaos. That is basically just because I only own 2. Otherwise, yeah, I would probably play 3, but I only own 2, so that is again another difference between mine and matches. And we've got 1 Timaeus the United Dragon, basically fusion on legs, so again pretty good. And then for the last like few cards, we've obviously got Soul Servant. Soul Servant obviously just gets you any of your Dark Magician cards, and then also allows you to draw 2 if you have Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl in your grave. And we play the 1 Secrets of Dark Magic. It's just like a quick effect fusion, which again can come up on your opponent's turn, so that you can actually make the Dark Magicians on your opponent's turn. And then I actually still played 1 Dark Magical Circle. Although this card is a little bit outdated, I still like the ability to stack my deck with Soul Servant and then be able to add it with a Dark Magical Circle. The banish effect does come up occasionally as well, so I still chose to do that. So when you've got Dark Magical Circle and you've got a Dark Magician in grave, you can actually make Sanctify a Dragon, and then you Sanctify a Dragon to bring back the Dark Magician, and then obviously banish your opponent's card because of Circle. So it does come up occasionally, so that's why I just played it out of the 1 in my deck list. So moving on for the like branded stuff. So we just have obviously played the 2 Fallen of Albaz and the 2 Blazing Cartesia. Albaz is obviously just because you want it for branded fusion, but Cartesia is the one that's really, really important because Grand Grignol is just so good, and it really gets like all of your plays going, and it gets you into like be able to make your should it gets you into like your Shadow stuff to be able to make Winder and that, and I'll explain to you when we get to the extra deck. I'll just spin it out actually. So you can make it and go into Grand Guignol. Grand Guignol can send Apkallone to the graveyard, then obviously great, that adds you your Schism. And then you discard a card, and you set the Schism, and then you can make Winder on your opponent's turn. So you can easily end with like Dragoon, Guignol, and Winder, which is really cool. So those. Then for non-engine, like in a few of my other profiles recently, through Nibiru, it's just like a good blowout. This deck is not really great at going second, so it's just a really good blowout. And then Drone Lockbird, again, it's just like, it just ends people's turns. So the only deck that is really bad against is Unchained. They don't really care that much. So it's really bad against them. And it's unfortunate because a lot of my locals are playing Unchained, but against like most other decks, it's just really good. And Branded has like fallen off a cliff, and there just seems to be no one playing it, which is also, this is terrible against. So yeah, well, against the good players anyways. Then for the spells, we're obviously playing 3 Branded Fusion and an honorary branded card, Fusion Deployment. Obviously, if you can see either one of these, then that's just absolutely fantastic. This is easy. It can easily make your Dragoon. It can make you your Winder if you really need to. And the Fusion Deployment, it obviously gets you access to your Cartesia. And if you go on second, obviously it gets you access to your Albaz, which can also be really good to interrupt your opponent. And like bait negates and stuff like that. So those 6. Then this card is just really good. So another go second card for Super Poly. We do obviously play Super Poly targets, and this is just really good. Albaz with this is just, you get out anything you want. So very good. Then for like more Dark Magician cards, I guess. Kind of, not really. Secret Village. Obviously, Winder is a spellcaster, Dragoon is a spellcaster, and Grand Guignol is also a spellcaster. So you can make any of those, activate this, and now you just shut off 1/3 of your opponent's deck. So really fun. Well, for us, not for your opponent. Then obviously, this deck is actually really good at playing duality. So you can actually go into Guignol. And if you have no other way to Dragoon, you can use this and then just use your Guignol to go into Dragoon, and then you still get Guignol's effect in the graveyard to banish and summon a Despia monster, which obviously would be Lulu or Lilith. Spoiler alerts, we play that. And then also, during your main phase, you can actually banish this card from the graveyard. Target 1 Light Dark Master in your graveyard, shuffle both into the deck, and then draw 1 card. So you can put back resources and then draw. So you could put back your Cartesia and your Albaz, or you can put like Cartesia and a Winder back, so you can make another Winder or Apkallone. Do you know what I mean? So like you can keep going like that. So obviously then you get to draw. So quite a few options to draw. Droll does really hurt this deck. It does suck, but you can still play through it depending on your hand. And then the last card, as I mentioned a minute ago, is obviously 1 Shadow Schism. As the combo that I just mentioned, I will show you quickly what I mean by the combo, but yeah, 1 Schism. Then going into our extra deck, just for the Dark Magician stuff, there's only really 2 that stand out, and that is obviously we're playing double Dragoon and 1 Dark Magicians. Very good. Obviously, this is a good way to get into your traps, get into draw power again, and if it ends up being like, imagine you draw like Super Poly, then you can set it. So really cool. And then obviously Dragoon is just absolutely beefy. So yeah, 2 of those. Then we've got only the 1 Mirror Jade. Don't need more than that. 1 is more than enough. Playing 2 Albion the Branded Dragon. This comes up more just because obviously we can use it when we activate Branded Fusion, and we can send our Cartesia. Then in the end phase we can add our Cartesia back and stuff like that. So that comes up a lot. We've got 1 Lubellion. This is basically how you can make Dragoon with your Branded Fusion. So Branded Fusion, make this, and then Dark Magician and Albaz, and then shuffle back this and Dark Magician, and you can make Dragoon. 1 Albion the Sanctified Dragon. This is just really good to just reborn stuff. And like I said, if you've got circle up, you can use the effect of this to bring back Dark Magician on your side of the field and bring back something on their side of the field that they don't, that is a bit shit, and then just use circle to just get rid of it. Then we've obviously got one Dusk Dragon. She's really important. I do kind of would like a second one, but yeah, just have to play around and see how I can get the space. Then we've got one Lulewalilith that we're going to summon from the Dust Dragon, and obviously this is an interruption on our opponent's turn. This also, if it ends up going to grave, can summon us our Cartesia, so pretty good. Then we've got obviously two Winder and one Apcalone. Obviously, like I said, if you make this, you can send Apcalone to the grave, and then that can add Schism, and then you can set Schism, banish this and a Dark to make a Winder on your opponent's turn. So really cool that it really works like that. And then finally, for the last two cards, like I said, we play Super Poly, so just one Garura and one Mud Dragon of the Swamp. Not much more to say about those really. Another quite fast deck profile, just over 10 minutes is not too bad, I think personally. But let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Let's get our girl up here actually. Let's get our girl. Yeah, these are like the most important ones really. Like you really want to be making Dragoon, and then the Cartesia is just so good in this. I did try and think about maybe playing another Dust Dragon and then Malong, so that if I have this on my opponent's turn, then it becomes even more interruption, because obviously you summon this. Yeah, summon this, and then you can use the effect of this, make Dust Dragon send Malong. Malong is a bounce, and then you can obviously, if they summon something and trigger your Dust Dragon, then you get to summon your Lulewalilith, which is another form of interruption. So this can be 3 interruptions on our opponent's turn. But I just need to move some things around and find some space. But again, all credit goes to Machi Yu-Gi-Oh! Again, I'll put a link in the description down below. I'll try to put his YouTube channel up on the screen. Really cool, really impressive that he managed to top and win with Dark Magician in 2023. Absolutely fantastic. Well done to him. Go show some love to his channel, guys. All like 750-ish of you. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Hopefully my friend will be done with my Lubellion soon, and then I will try to do a Blue Eyes and a Red Eyes deck profile for you to follow on from this, because again, I just love playing these OG decks. But yeah, thanks for watching, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.